Here we go. Fam, live from the Night of Empire. It's Saturday night. Oh, I look forward to doing that. Fam, we got a few weeks before the night of the draft. We're going to add some players, as you know, so we can go into the 2017 season and dominate. I can't wait till the season starts right now. I can't wait. As soon as Trent Baalke left, I was already ready for the next season. But, of course, we'll have to wait until preseason. We got a few months to go. But in the meantime, everybody thinks they know who it is in the draft that they need and who's going to make us better, right? Right now, it's Toby. Oh, yeah, and guys, by the way, to make things easier tonight, if you have a question, because, everybody's always said, Ronbo looks like he's not interested. No, it's never been that. It's been that I was trying to read your questions. So, here's the thing tonight. Here's what I want you to do. Mark your question, Q, hashtag, right? Or is it, I'm sorry, hashtag Q. You would put the hashtag in the wrong place, of course, it would be a problem, wouldn't it? Hashtag Q, and then write your question. Hashtag Q, and then the question. Otherwise, I've got to search, and it takes too long, and I got to keep watching the screen. All right, that's Toby. He's having fun. All right, guys, here we go. Tyler is up first, and also it's Toby versus Tyler. Tyler, being the young guy he is, he will go first. Are we ready?
Yes.
Flash the cam to Tyler, please. Tyler, you are up.
My draft picks?
Yeah. And Tyler, right. if you actually have any free agents you want to throw in, it's okay. You can do that as well. All right.
I want to do that first because that'll explain what I'm doing with this draft. So right. I'm going to roll with my free agents first.
You're right here.
So my free agent number one, we actually met with him already, but I don't know if we're going to get him. Tim Hightower, running back, Saints. He was on the Saints this past season.
Yeah,
he's really,
true.
really good. Yeah. He's a solid running back. I mean, I know any running back was able to run over us, but I saw him run over that Seattle defense. He had like 90-something yards against them or something like that. So if you can run on them, you're a good running back. So yeah. I'm getting Tim Hightower.
All right.
Second, a couple of these guys, one of the guys last week said a few of these guys, but I'm going to roll with them. So, second one, Zach Brown, middle linebacker, Buffalo Bills. Solid middle linebacker, and he can, if something happens to Bowman, he's going to definitely be able to step in and make a lot of plays for us. Mm-hmm. So, I'm confident in him.
You're going to put Hightower on the bench?
What? Tim Hightower?
Yeah. If something happens to Bowman, he's going to step in.
You mean Zach Brown?
No, I tell you what. I'll save that afterward. I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right.
Okay. All right. My third one, Jonathan Hankins, defensive tackle. Just imagine him and the one we just signed. I keep forgetting his name. Earl Mitchell. Okay. Imagine Jonathan Hankins and Earl Mitchell next to each other. Then the run is stopped. We need two defensive tackles, so them next to each other, that's going to be a great matchup.
Go ahead, Tyler. I'm not going to question you. Keep rolling, man. Keep rolling.
Okay. So then my fourth one is we needed more depth on the O-line, so I went for Ryan Clady, offensive tackle. He played for the Jets this past season. He's pretty good. He's a decent offensive lineman, so he can help bring in some depth. Maybe if Joe Staley or Trent Brown get tired, maybe put him in for some plays.
All right.
And then my fifth one. This guy was injured this past season, but he's not injury prone. Don't worry about it. DeAndre Levy, great outside linebacker. He made a lot of plays for the Lions, and he's a really, really solid outside linebacker. And if you add him to the roster, he's going to really help with our new pass rush and new defense. And then after that is a safety, TJ McDonald from the Los Angeles Rams. Great safety. He made a lot of plays for them. He can hit pretty well. He's solid safety, so we need more depth in the safety position too, since everybody's wanting to draft one. And then my last one, I don't think he played this past season, but his name is Brandon Flowers, cornerback. I'm pretty sure a couple years ago he was an All-Pro. So he's a really solid cornerback, and I'm ready for him. I want Niners to get an interview with him because like you said, with our new system, we need lockdown corners. We already got Rashard, who held his own with no pass rush. You get Brandon Flowers to come in. If he could still do what he was doing, we got 2 lockdown corners, and then we don't really need to draft one.
All right.
Plus, Redmond can probably play the slot. So that leads me to my draft picks.
Right.
Round. But you can question my free agents.
Oh, hey, hold on. Let me throw those free agents up there to instill this in the memories and the minds of those who are watching right now. Free agents edition from Tyler, running back Timmy Hightower, because Hightower did a job on the Legion and the Demons of Seattle.
Yes.
Zach Brown, middle linebacker, of whom Tyler says if there should something happen to Bowman, Zach can step in, of which I have a question about. Jonathan Hankins, a defensive tackle. At safety, T.J. McDonald. Cornerback, Brandon Flowers. Outside linebacker, DeAndre Levy. And offensive tackle, Ryan Big Man Clay. Hey, by the way, I was thinking, Zach Brown, you said that if something happens to Bo, Zach can step in. Are you benching Zach while Bo is playing?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, wait a minute. So we need 2 middle linebackers to play at the same time in the system because I haven't really done much research on it.
Right. Well,
do we need?
They switch roles.
At the same time?
They switch roles. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get into your draft picks. And you're going to find a way to keep them all on the field at the same time, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean they could rotate. You know,
all right.
With this team, so
that's right. And we don't want anybody to get tired.
So my free agents. Oh yeah, one last thing about my free agents. There was one I didn't put in there because he was just released today. The Bengals have released their middle linebacker, Ray Malaluga, and he was pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
I would sign him too.
And I wonder why they released him. All right.
I don't know why.
Tyler,
they just signed his replacement.
And that could be too. All right, Tyler. And they may have went out and free agent and found somebody themselves. All right, Tyler, are you ready? Give us those draft picks, man.
Yes. So this leads me to my draft picks. Please, I don't want any hate comments. I don't want anybody trying to get up in my DMs and roast me and all that stuff.
It's gonna be like that?
I don't know. Like, everybody's high on Jamal Adams and Malik Hooker. Whenever we don't really I addressed the safety position a couple times in this whole thing, so you could leave me alone about that.
All right, so Tyler's begging you not to come after him or flame him up because of his picks. You know what, Tyler? I don't think anybody's going to do that to you. And if they do, it'll probably be just a joke, all right? Because, you know, it's...
Yeah, Ronbo loves this boy.
Who is that?
Round 1, with the 2nd overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. We are taking wide receiver Corey Davis, Western Michigan University.
All right. I like it. He knew I'd like it, didn't he?
I got something to say about that. Imagine Corey, Jeremy Curley, Marquise Goodwin, Pierre Garcon, Vance McDonald, Carlos Hyde, Tim Hightower. Imagine all those guys on the same field.
I cannot. Now, if you could just find a way to get Christian McCaffrey in there, I'll be happy. Okay, that's for another day. I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right. That's it.
The only way we're getting McCaffrey in there is if we give up the rest of our picks.
Hey! All right. Go ahead. Continue.
All right, round 2. I haven't heard many people talking about this guy for round 2, but he was projected to go to the Broncos in round 2. This guy, his name, round 2, we're selecting Takaris McKinley, outside linebacker / defensive end, UCLA University.
UCLA University?
So, well, yeah, UCLA, whatever.
Go ahead.
He's from UCLA. I watched his film. This guy, he puts pressure on the quarterback. Like, a lot of, in his complete highlights, he put pressure on the quarterback multiple times in each game. And he even got he got a lot of sacks actually. I don't remember the exact number, but he could get to the quarterback. He puts pressure on the quarterback, so that'll really help. Him and DeAndre Levy on the same field. That's going to help the pass rush too.
Like it. Tyler, let me hold it up for just a second. Let me repeat again. If you have a question, in order for us to be able to find your question and hit up the GMs, please write #Q and then write that question. Please, #Q question. And we'll find it and we'll go right on it. All right. Thank you. All right. Go ahead. Continue, Tyler.
All right, so round 3. Everybody's wanting to get a running back for this system. We need somebody to help out Carlos Hyde. Now, this guy is kind of a hybrid, you know. He's a mix of a power back and a speed back. He's got pretty good speed. He kind of the way he was running, he kind of reminded me of Carlos Hyde, but he's skinnier and he doesn't try to smack into the tackles. He can run between tackles. So
all right. No, that's a good thing.
He doesn't try to run anybody over. He can run in between the tackles. So.
All right.
His name is Jamal Williams, running back, BYU.
All right. Heard about him.
Yeah, I like him. So, round 4, we're going to select a defensive tackle, Ryan Glasgow, Michigan.
All right.
I didn't see too much of him, but he can tackle. That's all I know. He can tackle.
Tyler, you said you didn't see too much of him, but all you know is he can tackle?
You know, defensive tackles don't do much except for tackle.
You all right? That's a good point. Okay, continue.
But round 5.
Yeah.
After my draft picks, I got to point something out that I was going to do. But, all right. So, round 5, we wanted a safety. So, round 5, we're selecting safety Rudy Ford from Auburn University.
All right.
His film, he kind of reminds me of Malik Hooker. The dude is a ball hawk. Right. He can cover. He can cover. He covers. You test him, you're going to pay for it. He's really good. I really, really like him. And for round 6, okay, towards the end is where you guys are going to start hating on me, but
Tyler,
the last round.
Tyler, one question.
What?
You do realize we have 2 picks in round 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, we do?
Tyler, I thought you knew these things. You're missing ball players here. All right, it's too late now. All right, I should have looked over your picks. I guess I could have helped you out. Okay, listen. Go ahead.
Right. Okay.
You know what? I'll tell you what.
Fine. We have 2 4th round picks?
Yeah, Tyler, if you don't have 10 total picks, you should have known. I should have known, actually. I'm sorry. Yeah, Tyler, if you don't have 10 total picks and you came up short. 4, 5, and 6 is all 2 rounds. So, 2 picks per round.
So we have 2 4th round picks, right?
And 5th and 6th.
Okay, in the 4th round. Well, my first pick for the 4th round. Who was that wide receiver you were talking about?
Which?
Carlos something.
A wide receiver.
Henderson. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Carlos Henderson. Yeah,
Carlos Henderson. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'll pick him first in the 4th round. And then after that, I'd pick Ryan Glasgow.
All right.
So then I picked Rudy Ford, and then I'm just gonna read the rest of them.
Yeah, because this is all you got left. All right, go ahead. Because you can't just start throwing people in there.
So round 6, we needed another linebacker. So I'm picking Ben Boulware, middle linebacker from Clemson.
I like that idea because the guy brings a lot of fire to the table, Could fire a team up all by himself. Well, Tyler.
And I'm surprised he's projected that late.
No, well, but Ben, he's going to get beat out on a skill level by other, throughout the states. There's a lot of great collegiates at his position, so it makes it a little tough that he's in this draft. Still says something about him, so it's not a big deal. All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
go ahead.
I'm kind of round 7. I'm sort of a Texas A&M fan.
Yeah, how come?
It might be my Texas A&M bias here, but round 7 we're going with their quarterback, Trevor Knight. He's a good quarterback, and they were playing Alabama. Yeah. He was in that game up until the 4th quarter where they started losing it all. It was like he was in that game against Alabama.
I love the way he was in the game until it started losing it all.
He's in the
They'll
fourth
do it every
quarter.
time, won't it?
But anyways, so they pointed out in that Alabama game because he threw like a deep pass for a touchdown.
Yeah.
They said Trevor Knight is a very mature quarterback, and that he one day if he's trained up enough, he could be a really solid NFL starter. So get him in there, have him sit the bench for a couple years learning. He could come in and make some plays.
All right, I like that. Tell you what, look, are you ready? Does that complete your presentation there, Tyler? I'm going to go over them right now.
Yep.
For the first round, Tyler has selected Corey Davis, wide receiver, Western Michigan. Second round, Takaris McKinley, outside linebacker, defensive end, No. As Tyler would say, University of UCLA. I enjoyed that. Third round,
No.
Jamal Williams.
I feel stupid for saying that.
Running back, BYU. Fourth round, Ryan Glasgow, defensive tackle, Michigan. And fifth round, as Tyler left out three people. Fifth round, Rudy Ford, safety from Auburn. Sixth round, Ben Bolaware. They're bringing it home, baby. We're bringing it home. Bolaware, I'm telling you, Bolaware, I really would enjoy him on this team, honestly. I make jokes about it, but I love that guy, man. University of Clemson, as you know, the national champions. In seventh round, Trevor Knight, quarterback, Texas A&M. Let's go to your questions right now. It's Toby. Toby, do you have any questions for our man, our GM, that actually came here today not being aware of the fact that he missed out on 3 ball players?
You didn't tell me.
My question is, where do you plan to play Malcolm Smith?
Yeah.
I'd imagine I would let him start.
I'd
let him get on the field, definitely for sure.
Did you understand the question though? I mean, when is that going to happen? Are you going to start him off in the season? You're going to make him work his way in? How are you going to do that?
I'd start him on the season, yeah. Like you got him and DeAndre Levy. I'd probably let them mentor Takaris McKinley, and then once Takaris gets ready, they'd start to rotate.
All right. Toby,
put them on the edge together.
There you go. And Toby, you satisfied with that answer?
Yes, I am. I am confused though because I thought McKinley was an edge rusher, and I thought Smith was a. So I'm a little confused.
Tyler, can you clear that up?
Smith's an outside linebacker. Takaris McKinley he can play defensive end and linebacker, and outside line. He can play outside linebacker and defensive end. So he kind of rotates at those positions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, one thing that I'm confused is I think McKinley will probably be a Sam linebacker and not a Will linebacker. So maybe Ahmad Brooks should coach him up a little bit. That's what I'm damn confused about.
Yeah. I'd much rather cut Ahmad Brooks. He wasn't doing anything.
Well, Tyler, Ahmad Brooks actually tied for the team lead last year in sacks. He gets no props for that.
That was very difficult, wasn't it?
Well, but if he's doing more than everybody else in a bad scheme.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not.
So you're going to cut Brooks?
We need to get rid of him.
Yeah, he cut Brooks.
Yes, I would cut Brooks. He wasn't doing anything. Plus, what's the point? Okay, after I sign these guys, like you get McKinley and you get Levy and you have Malcolm Smith. What would Brooks even do? He wouldn't be on the field.
Brooks is a Sam linebacker. He plays a different position than Malcolm Smith.
Yeah. Tyler.
What? They both play outside linebacker.
Yeah.
a Sam in our defense, he's going to play on the line, and he's going to be like an edge guy. And our Will linebacker, he's going to be like a Shaq Thompson, like a sideline to sideline type of guy.
Remember, Tyler, 4-3. 4-3. You got to start thinking 4-3. 3-4.
Yeah, but we got Buckner and Armstead, so what's...
Well, they're not linebackers.
Yeah, it alters things a lot. Buckner and line, they're going to still have their hand in the dirt up front, though. All right. Tell you what, let's. It seems like a lot of questions here for you, Tyler, from the audience here. Josh Valencia wants to know, what do you think about Davis Webb?
What position does he play again? Like I've heard about him. I've seen some film. I just can't remember.
Because you like Texas quarterbacks. Davis is from Cal Berkeley. He's a QB.
Oh yeah, he's decent. You know, he's not anything too special though.
There you go.
I wouldn't draft him. No.
No. Okay. All right. Mac Wendy wants to know: should we trade down in the draft or keep that number 2 pick? You kept that number 2 pick, but are you going to stick with that? Was that something that you thought about?
I'd much rather not trade down because if we trade down, we're gonna have to give up some picks, and I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just stay at the number 2, so we got the second pick in each round. So that'd be a lot easier.
No, Tyler,
my point of view.
Tyler, you don't give up picks. Trading down, you gain picks. Also, Tyler, you already lost 3 picks in the 4th, 5th, and 6th round. You might think about trading down.
I just don't want to trade down. The only way I'm trading down is if we give up like.
No, Tyler.
I'd be willing to trade Eric Reed.
No, Tyler. If you trade up, you have to lose picks. If you're trading down, you gain picks.
I know, but I just wouldn't do it because I want to have. Like, who will we even trade down with? That's my thing.
Well, that's a good question.
I want to have a good first-round pick to where we get a good player. Like, I want to get Corey Davis. So
yeah. So
I'd rather just stay at number 2.
Okay, and in that case, you want to stay at number 2. Okay. Mark Espinosa wants to know: isn't the second pick too early for a wide receiver?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
The projections for Corey Davis is top 10. So no,
I agree.
It's not.
I have to agree with that. And remember, it's Kyle Shanahan, the most brilliant offensive mind in the NFL. He needs his weapons.
Yeah.
If you're going to get him things
you were
this
right,
year,
because
don't fill that roster with a bunch of defensive players. Get him some weapons. All right. I said my piece. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was hilarious how that one time you said, you were like, yeah, Kyle probably called him, and he's like, hey, man, don't show up for your pro day and don't go to the combine. I'm picking you up with that second pick.
And it looks like he's taking it seriously because he's still hurt. I don't know. I really wonder what's going to happen with Corey Davis. Anyway, all right, next question. Deeds of Legend wants to know, what about giving Gordon a shot? Ooh.
Josh
Tyler,
Gordon?
No, Tyler, do you know who Josh Gordon is? The guy who had a little
yes,
problems
I do.
in Cleveland?
I do.
Yeah. Well,
I do.
Nobody's talking about him.
I like him. He's a really good wide receiver, but it's just unrealistic because Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch already said they're bringing in guys that are going to be role models for the community.
True.
Like that's like saying we could bring in Johnny Manziel. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I like Josh Gordon. He's a good wide receiver. I think he'd be good for our team, but
all right.
It's just not going to happen.
All right. Let's go. Eric Wayne's question is, why not Tim Williams in round 2?
We just got to address the linebacker position. We got to have pass rushers.
All right. And the next question, Riptide Dark says, what are your thoughts on possibly trading down for McCaffrey?
McCaffrey,
the running back out of Stanford.
I'd rather not. I mean, I want to get that big body receiver that's gonna be there. I want to have a monster receiver. All right. Unless McCaffrey's available in the second round, then nah, I wouldn't do it.
All right.
Because I'd rather have that big body receiver because we already got Carlos Hyde, but we need 2 running backs, which is why I picked Jamal Williams in the 3rd round.
And not a bad pick. Deeds of Legend wants to know, Krishan Logan in the 5th could be our low-risk Julio. Have you heard about Krishan?
No, I haven't. I've only heard of Corey, Mike Williams. I've heard of Juju Smith, Isaiah Ford. I was actually I was going to pick up Isaiah Ford in the 2nd round, but I changed my mind.
All right.
And then it was and then I heard of Carlos Henderson. I've heard of him too. I haven't heard of any other receivers outside of those 5 or 6 or whatever I just said.
All right. All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna bring some of those questions back a little later. Let's go ahead and get Toby started. Toby, the birthday
Let's go,
boy.
Toby.
Hello.
Toby, if you got any free agents, you can also share that with us if you want to. It's not It's
I
not
don't got
against.
no free agents, man. We're going in just like this right here.
All right. This is.
Unless Adrian Peterson some kind of way falls to us, uh, maybe. But other than that, we already signed 15 people. Kyle and I, we're pretty happy with the guys that we got. We believe in Brian a lot. That's why we signed him.
All right.
We're very excited about this guy named Ryan. I'm sorry, named Brian Hoyer. We're just very intrigued, and we just want to say to the fans, look out. He's very underrated. He throws a lot of passes that a lot of guys could not complete. There's only about maybe 20 guys in the world that can complete the passes that he does complete. We're pretty happy with him. We have a solid group of free agents here that we're very happy about. So that door on Colin and on the rest of the people. So
Whoops.
Tyler, you gonna be okay? There he is.
Yeah, I got
there's
it.
a flash for Cheez-Its. All right. Go ahead, Toby.
okay, so I'm just gonna jump into my draft here.
All right.
My good friend Hugh Jackson, he was telling me that he only has a year left on his contract, so he really doesn't have time to wait and whatever. So he had to use his first pick on a quarterback because he knew there were the Bears, there were the Jets, there were a few other teams right before him that also needed a QB, and he knew he had to go ahead and grab the guy. There's a guy on Red and Gold Radio named Mike from Florida. He brought up a very interesting point. Deshaun Watson is one of the only QBs in the last 10 years to actually put up any numbers, any type of dominant numbers against Alabama's defense. This guy's a winner. He came from poverty and basically he overcame a lot of things, and which is why not saying that you have to overcome poverty to be a great quarterback, but the guy knows how to get through adversity. He naturally can get through adversity. So the Browns will be the perfect team for him, and we're going to send him to the Browns. And with that being said, the number 2 pick of the 2017 draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Myles Garrett.
Da-da-da-da. Boom, boom.
Okay.
Myles Garrett. He falls to us. He's 6'5", 271 pounds. He has 35-inch arms. He runs a 4.6, 440. He did 33 reps at the combine, a 41-inch vertical, and a 128-inch broad jump. This guy's a freak. He has bursts off the line of scrimmage. He has strength. He has agility. He's a pass rushing fiend. And a little bit of work on his run defense, this guy's going to be a future Hall of Famer. We couldn't pass up on a kid like that at all. And we were very fortunate that Cleveland gave us a chance to get this guy, only because of their need, and they need to draft the QB. And don't forget the last time Brady Quinn was a draft prospect, and he said to everyone he was going to go number 1 overall, and he fell all the way down. And don't be surprised if that happens with Mr. Garrett. And the Niners are right there to pick up the dirty laundry, because we're in the lost and found, and we're looking for everything now. And Mr. Davis, Mr. Davis was next on my radar, but we couldn't get Mr. Davis because we saw a guy like Garrett on the wire, and we had to go ahead and grab him. With my second pick, my man slipped all the way to the second round, and I can't believe it. But I can kind of believe it because you have guys like Leonard Fournette, you have guys like Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara. There's a few other guys in there. So my man Christian McCaffrey slipped all the way to the 34th pick. You know we had to get big Christian McCaffrey to the Niners with the 34th overall pick.
Yes,
Christian
yes.
McCaffrey.
Bravo.
5'11", 202 pounds, 4.4840. 37-inch vertical. He's smooth out the hips in the transition. He has that vision. He has that patience that we need. Oh, don't forget the hands and the speed. He's versatile. He can line up all over the field. We don't see him as a running back. We see Christian as an offensive weapon. We got another OW. And don't forget, he can play special teams. With our third pick, I got the 49ers selecting Brad Kaya, the son of Felicia from Friday. Bye, Felicia. Brad Kaya to the Niners.
Everybody doesn't know about that.
He's probably destroying me right
Brad Kaya is the son of Bye Felicia I didn't even know that. Toby, I bet you, I want to know. If you know about that, put that in the comments. I had no idea. God, that's funny.
Yes. His mother name is Angela, and I'm not sure of her last name, but she's an actress, and her name is Angela. And Brad is when you watch his tape. Now, a lot of people have their own opinions, and some people have glasses, some people have contacts. I have neither, but he looks like Tom Brady when he throws that ball, and he has that release that Tom has. I just see a lot of Tom inside of him. And Kyle Shanahan loves pocket QBs. He doesn't have time for all that scrambling and somebody just throwing off the Richter scale, trying to get the defense to settle down a little bit. We need somebody that's going to slice and dice. And yes, Brad does not have the biggest arm of all, but he's accurate. And if you give him time, he will make the play. His other counterpart, Philip Dorsett, he was a first-round pick last year. I wonder who was throwing Philip the ball. It was Brad Kaya.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just let that soak in a little bit. With the fourth round, we have 2 picks. My first pick is Cordray Tankersley. Cornerback, Clemson, 6'1", 199 pounds. He runs a 4.4 40. He has an angular build, length, lots of speed. He has superb tackling ability. He catches out of this world. He's a lockdown corner. He can start immediately. Rashad Robinson, I'm not giving no one any job. You got to earn it. And he's the guy that can go out there that can go take it. He's going to take something. And that's what we want. At the end of the year, we want to cut guys that can still play. That's how you know you're going in the right direction.
Whoa.
Okay?
I thought about
With my second pick in the fourth round, I have us selecting Marcus Williams, free safety, Utah. 6'1", 202 pounds, runs a 4.5, 6.40. And this guy is a ball hawk, people. He's a high safety. He makes tackles on his own. He's not the flashiest names. Why? Because he went to Utah. And I guess in Utah, if you don't go to Ohio State or LSU, you don't deserve to be in the first round. I don't get it. But this guy, I'm so glad he fell. He's an instant starter to me. This is one of my steals of the draft. Marcus Williams, free safety, Utah. Go check him out. And don't be surprised if he starts for us this season, people.
Ooh.
Don't be surprised. Now, with the fifth round, we also have 2 more picks. Now, this guy, he got into a little bit of trouble putting his hands on females and going too far. And a lot of people were scared if they draft him, their fan base was going to go nuts. And I just want to tell the 49er fans, give this guy a chance. He apologized publicly. Rashad Robinson had a little bit of questions coming out, but this guy apologized publicly. He's not the first player to ever hit a woman, and he probably won't be the last. But due to social media and the way videos spread, he got blackballed a lot. And that little incident that he had at the shop, we're gonna forgive that. His name is Joe Mix, 6'1", 226 pounds, running a 4.5 40. He's explosive. He has vision. He has the power. He has the speed. He has the hands. He has the route running ability. He's a 3-down back. He's a pass blocker. He's elusive. He's very patient, and he blows through it. Carlos Hyde, you better watch out because you might get your spot taken away. Get your spot really taken away, Carlos.
Oh God.
Really. With my next, I got us picking Ben Boulware, linebacker from Clemson,
Yes.
6 foot tall, 238 pounds. He's a leader. He has all the strength you need. He's aware. He has all the tackling abilities that you can want. He's a heat-seeking missile, man. He's a winner.
Yes.
He's a national champ. And we want him in our locker room for the Niners.
We'll take him.
In the 6th round, we also have 2 more picks. I have us selecting tight end Jordan Leggett from Clemson, 6'5", 258 pounds. Okay, he only ran a 4.8 40. Wow. And any other year, that would have been a great time. But this year, these guys are running 4.5, 4.6s. So, okay, we're lucky that Jordan slipped. Has a chance to start this season as well. He's very strong. He's an excellent blocker. He has outstanding size. He's a great zone blocker. He has a huge catch radius, great route running ability. He has super good hands. He's quicker than fast. He's a very tough guy, and we see him probably also making a mark on special teams this year. We're gonna lock him in. With the other sixth round pick, I have us selecting Jessamine Dunker, guard, Tennessee State, 6'4", 318 pounds. He ran a 4.9840. Oh, watch out. Him, Joshua Garnett, they coming to knock your head off. Okay? And we found this guy in the 6th round. Oh, wait. He's not a first round because he didn't go to Ohio State or to LSU. That's great for us. Even better, we got him in the 6th round. With my last pick, I have us selecting a guy. He kind of tore his pectoral muscle, his pecs. He tore his little pecs right here. And it was very unfortunate. This guy had a first round draft written all over his face. But since a lot of guys slept on him, and we're really not into the rehabbing business, we're really not into the red shirting business, but we decided to go ahead and grab Fabian Moreau, cornerback. 6 foot, 206 pounds. He runs a 4.3 540, a 38-inch vertical. He has a thick frame. He's a former running back, people. He has all the speed you need. He's strength. He can recover if he messes up on the route. He's a great press coverage outside. He's a nickel guy. He has superb lateral quickness, route recognition, size, speed, upper body strength, and an excellent tackler. And there's nothing else you can want from a cornerback. Albeit, we might have to give him a year to sit down. And I know fans are like, hey, we don't need to do that anymore. But it's the 7th round pick. It doesn't matter. He probably wasn't going to make the team anyway. So let's go ahead and get this guy a shot. We're going to sit him down for a year, and we're going to see what he can do. Niners all day.
Especially if he was going to make the team anyway. He's lucky to even be here. Let me go over those picks again, Toby. The first round is picking up the consensus #1 pick across the nation, Myles Garrett, defensive end, Texas A&M. Second round, Christian McCaffrey, running back from Stanford. Third round, Brad Kaya. Felicia should be proud, as we thought she was a loser in that movie. Her son is a star. And he's quarterback, Miami. Fourth round, that Cordray Tankersley, cornerback from Clemson. Fourth round, Marcus Williams, free safety out of Utah. Fifth round, Joe Mixon. Joe says he'll never do it again. Mixon, running back out of Oklahoma. Fifth round pick, Ben Bolaware, everybody's favorite inspirational player. Linebacker out of Clemson. Sixth round, Jordan Leggett, tight end, Clemson. In fact, it's pretty funny. The 49ers were at his pro day just, I believe, this past yesterday, actually. And they did take a look at Jordan. Sixth round, Jessamine Dunker, guard, Tennessee. And seventh round, Fabian Moreau, cornerback, UCLA. There you go. Now you got the choices from both our candidates today. Now you can go and vote for these guys anytime. I should have reminded you that earlier. You can go into the app and vote for either Toby or Tyler, whichever one you see as being your fave. Let's jump on some questions. Now, Tyler, do you have any questions for Toby, by the way?
Yeah, I got a couple.
All right.
He said that the tight end he drafted, he said that he could possibly start week 1. He's not going to beat out Vance McDonald.
Absolutely. I absolutely 100% agree. He can beat out Vance McDonald. And the only reason why I say that is because Vance gets hurt too. He's often injured. I think last year was the first year he played a full season in a while. I just see him going in there. It pisses me off right before I get the GM job. Trent Baalke go ahead and ink this guy to a 5-year deal. I had nothing to do with that deal. That's between him and Trent. And we're moving on.
Yeah, but he's a good tight end. I don't think he's going to be getting injured all that much.
You never know what injury, but Tyler.
Here's where everybody disagrees with me.
Yeah.
Wait, go ahead.
Go. No, you got another question? Well, okay. Well, you want to finish? You can finish that thought if you want.
What?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. You want to finish that thought? You said everybody gets mad at you. What were you going to say?
I kind of like Garrett Selleck.
You're right. I am very mad at you about Garrett Selleck. Why do you bring his name up all the time? You know it's going to piss me off, don't you?
Hey. You defend Tremaine Brock and Antoine Bethea. You can't defend Selleck.
Whoa.
Selleck fumbled one time and dropped one pass.
Wait a minute.
Who cares?
Wait.
The guy caught the ball and made plays.
Let me clean up the record here for a minute.
He gave us plenty of touchdowns.
But listen, Antoine and Tremaine. All right, that's another story for another day. That is not true. Okay.
I got another question.
All right, go ahead. Quickly.
I think Christian McCaffrey's better than Leonard Fournette, so McCaffrey's going to be gone by the second round.
You think so? All right.
Yeah.
Well, I had him slipped a little bit because there's guys like Jabril Peppers. There's there's a plethora of cornerback talent. There's a lot of other talent besides a running back. And I just had him slipping a little bit because of the needs of other teams. And you think about
but I think the Browns might pick him. If he slips to the second round, the Browns might get him.
A lot of defense and stuff. I don't know. I just got lucky and he slipped to the second round, fortunately for us.
All right, let's jump on some questions for you, Toby.
Oh wait, don't forget though, they found that video of him smoking weed with a gas mask on.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Now wait a minute. Who are we talking about? Who got caught smoking? Christian McCaffrey.
Well, a source told me. I didn't see it. I heard it. Don't forget, my name is John Lynch. I hear everything.
Wait a minute. Who are we talking about here?
I heard got caught smoking weed in the girls' bathroom.
Wait a minute. Who are we talking about?
On the third Tuesday of last month, week.
Toby, you're making that up. All right, Toby, I got some questions for you.
So that's how he slipped to us. He slipped to us, man. He slipped to us. Don't worry about it. He slipped.
And he had to be doing it in the girls' bathroom with that. All right, Toby, Deeds of Legend wants to know, Christian Hogan could be our low-risk Julio. We could get him like in the fifth. Let's see. He had 36 TDs in his junior year, and in his senior year, he had 6.5. He's using abbreviations, so I'm not sure what he's doing with that. All right. Anyway, what do you think about Christian Hogan? Because Deeds of Legend is very high on him. What do you think?
Well, we believe he's an excellent player, but we drafted who we felt was the best available, and we were going to go ahead and grab a receiver in the second round, but after you draft a guy like Christian who can do it all, you really, it literally buys you a little bit of time if I'm saying that properly. But Christian McCaffrey is a guy we're very high on, and we plan on him making a lot of plays from all over the field next year.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bear Rays wants to know, would any of you two take Kelly in the 6th, 7th rounds? He has the best arm talent in the draft, and of course, according to Bay Area Rays. It's just the off-field issues that worry everybody.
Yeah, and we really feel like we can really get him after the draft is complete. We're not done here. We're going to go ahead and scour all of these free agents from this rookie class, and we're going to bring a lot of guys in here. Don't forget, we need to fill a 90-man roster, and so far we're only on about 72. Yeah. After, including my picks from today, we're only around 70, 72-ish. So we still have a long way to go. We got about 18 or so spots to go. Mm-hmm. So Chad Kelly's definitely on our radar. We really feel we're really high on Brad, though. We really feel like Brad, you give him a couple years inside the Shanahan system.
All right. Toby, I got a lot of questions for you. Let me give you another. You can go over that a little later. Let me go ahead. Now, Dana Pearson wants to know, is this the most unrealistic first and second round ever imagined? I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
All right, Mr. GM, there's a question that probably could come up often. Who knows? So how would you respond to that?
Okay, like I said, Hugh Jackson doesn't have much time to waste. Of course, he wants somebody like Myles Garrett, but if he slips and he lets Deshaun Watson, in my opinion, who's the best quarterback in this draft, because if you look back a year ago, they said this class was going to be thriving with quarterback talent, and who was the leader of that? Deshaun Watson. oh, he threw a couple of picks, so we're going to throw him down. No, Hugh Jackson's going to go and get Watson. He can't afford to wait. He has Chicago Bears right there. He has the Chargers right there. He has a few teams that need a quarterback right there. They have to get Miles. And then another thing says that Myles Garrett already came out and said that he doesn't want to even play on that team. And so a lot of my guys in my profession, they're thinking, oh, this little guy, he's all pompous and blah, blah, blah. Nobody's going to take him. And I let everybody bite the cheese. I said I wasn't going to take him either, but I took him. Man. I couldn't pass on that guy, man. And Cleveland made the biggest mistake. But Hugh Jackson, Myles Garrett can't go out there and throw a 45 times for 500 yards and then be successful. So that's why I'm saying right now we grabbed him up off the wire, and that's where we going with that, and that's where we leaving it.
All right, Mr. Jacob. Now Mark Espinosa wants to know. He wants to get this straight. You see Brady and Brad.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can you amplify on that?
You go ahead and watch the throwing motion. I'm not talking about the decision making. I'm not talking about the guys around him. I'm specifically talking about set, hut. Brad Kaya puts that ball perfectly in the spot. He's the most technically sound quarterback. Sometimes he gets in trouble because he's too technically sound.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Kaya is the man. And after he throws that ball, and if I put two screenshots by each other with both of them releasing that ball, you wouldn't know the difference, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Dana Pearson wants to know, do you really believe that Mixon will fall that far? Is that I mean, give us
I do. And realistically, we really do, because if you get Joe Mixon, then you might as well get Ray Rice. Come on. You might as well get Ray Rice. Right?
Yeah, well, they both like
Nobody
to knock women
wants
out.
to deal with the stigma. Yeah, you got Joe. Don't forget about all the female fans who are going to probably burn your jersey after you sign this guy.
Ooh.
Don't forget about all that, man. People hate domestic violence, and we hate it too.
Yeah.
But we just saw a guy that can potentially start for the next 10 years, and Carlos Hyde can probably be his backup.
You're gonna throw Carlos into a backup role next season, I guess, then, huh?
Joe Mixon is better than Carlos right now. And nobody has any set position on this team. Everybody's fighting for a job. And Joe Mixon gives us the best chance to win right now, especially with Carlos's injury history.
Yeah.
We'll let Carlos come off that. We'll have a 1-2 punch, kind of like Coleman and Freeman. But don't forget we have an OW in there also. So we don't expect to give Christian McCaffrey 20 carries a game, but we do expect to get him the ball 5 times a game. And Joe Mixon can be our bell cow. And we do expect him to fall that low, only because no team wants to deal with that PR nightmare from signing a guy who abuses women on TV. So we good thing we have friends in the media, but we're getting a lot of backlash from signing Joe already. And President Trump is already tweeting us, talking about we're going down.
But Sohail Rad wants to know, where is the missing Julio in your offensive system?
Julio! Well, we were going to draft him at the number 2 pick, but since Myles Garrett slipped and fell and bumped his head and landed with us, we went ahead and took him. Now, I'm going to say this again, McCaffrey as an offensive weapon, so we can't really get everybody that we wanted this year. Yeah. You know, we tried the best we can do, but it was either Christian McCaffrey or it was either Zay Jones. So we chose Christian only because he can line up in a few more positions. And we're very high on Aldrick Robinson. From what we understand, he took over for Julio, I think 2 games last year, and he did a superb job. Yeah. We're really high on Pierre Garçon. We paid him a lot of money, and he has a lot of work to do for us right now. And feel confident about the guys we got going in right now. And don't forget, there's a lot of free agents that are coming up that are not going to make teams. And you see it happen. We see it happen every year. Guys like Bryce Treggs and so on and so on. Lots of guys always slip. And we're really happy about the guys that we brought in here. We do feel Christian slipped to the second round because he doesn't have elite speed. He doesn't do anything really elite, and he's a scheme fit guy.
All right.
But he fits our scheme perfectly.
Because we got a lot of questions, Victoria. Make those answers a little more brief. Now we got, because the live stream Madden wants to know, you think we should draft first Zay Jones or two an person? Actually, you just addressed that, didn't you? Let me go to the next one then. Itchy Chili Kojak. When has anyone bigged up Brock? You know what? I mean, that one's a little. Let me come back on that one. Dana Pearson, Vance came on strong last year. Do you really want to move on from him?
Well, Trent Baalke signed him to a 5-year contract, so I'm kind of stuck with him for a little while. But I believe in competition, and we're not going to pass up on a guy like Leggett just because we have a guy like Vance. We're just not going to ignore that position, and we don't know if he's going to be on this team in a couple years. His contract says 5 years, but we have an option to dump him in 3. And I really want to see a lot of consistency, and I believe competition makes guys better.
Yeah.
And there's just something that just ticks me off, giving him that last minute contract right before he got fired. And
right.
We don't have time to babysit kids anymore.
Toby,
You
got this one.
We don't care about that.
All right. Eric Wayne, why not wide receiver Darius Rogers in the 3rd round? He has the best hands in the draft.
Well, that is true, but we're already happy with the guys we have right now. We have Curly, we have Eric Rogers, who also runs a 4.40. A lot of people haven't seen him play because he got hurt.
Yeah.
We need to see where a few guys are first before we go ahead and make that investment. But like I said, we're going with the best guys on the board right now. And in the 3rd round, we feel like Brad Kaya had first, second round potential, and we go ahead and bring Brad in here so we can go ahead and see what he can do, so we can get that quarterback for the future. We needed a QB this year, and we feel like we addressed that by getting Brad, a guy that we're very high on.
All right. Now, let me see if I can figure this one out. Now, if a QB, okay, I get it now. Is that a quarterback? If a quarterback is that important to the Browns, I get it now. If a quarterback is that important to the Browns, can't they just buy back into the 1st round? And maybe with us, they have both 1st and 2nd picks to get that QB. Lock-in Niners suggested that could happen. Ooh.
Well, a quarterback is extremely important to the Browns, but you also have to look at, a guy. Okay, in the last 10 years, I would say Alabama's defense has been dominating and making a fool out of quarterbacks that has played against them. Winston is one of them. There's not too many guys that have actually played against Alabama and won. They've only lost maybe a handful of games in the last 5 years. So we feel that we were going to go ahead and draft him, and we kind of pumped him up a little bit, and that was we kept looking at Kizer, and we kept looking at quarterbacks, and we had all those teams kind of a little bit worried. But you think about teams right behind us, they needed a quarterback too. They didn't have time. Jackson will not be in any coaching uniform next year if they don't get a quarterback this year, period.
That's a good point. All right, Barry Reyes wants to know, how about Jake Butt in the 4th round? He was a top 3 tight end until he tore his ACL. But then again, there's that ACL question again. Your feeling on that, Mr. GM?
Yeah, we wanted to stay as far away from the injured players as possible. We felt like maybe in the 7th round we were willing to take a gamble. Jake Butt is a phenomenal athlete, but we need to reach a certain milestone on our roster, and we don't have any room to babysit too many kids any day. Nobody's not worried about how tall you are, how fast you are. Are you available?
Yeah.
And in the 7th round, we went with Fabian. We chose one guy to take this year and redshirt him, and we went with Fabian.
And it's always going to be
4.35.
And it's always going to be agree or disagree with picks. So this could go on a long time, I guess. And then Ian French wants to know if I would consider Mike Hunt in the 6th round. Tyler, do you know who Mike Hunt is?
I've heard of him.
Yeah. Isn't Hunt a running back? You know what? I got a feeling the 49ers are going to go that direction right around that time. The rumor is the 49ers are not going to be searching around for a running back. But I think it's those people who put these things out probably don't really know. And when am I going to do my mock draft? I'm actually going back and forth with MC Niner. I'm thinking it'll be like maybe a week before the actual draft. So there you go.
Watching tonight?
Is who?
MC.
Oh, yeah. No, MC's always hanging out. All right.
What's he doing right now?
He's eating, as a matter of fact. It's on walk back. Hey, Tyler, as a matter of fact, we still want to see, since you mentioned earlier, we want to see that Brock Osweiler jersey of yours. As you know,
I only like him because he went to Arizona State.
Now, why
I watched him there.
No, wait a minute.
I watched him there.
No, nobody said anything bad. We just don't know what are you're going on the defensive. How come? There it is. Number 17. Hey, by the way, Tyler, since you keep up with that kind of thing, has Cleveland moved on from Brock? Did they trade him? Did they cut him? What are they doing with him now?
They still have him.
Yeah. Tell me, is there anything else you want to add?
I hope they cut him. I don't want him in Cleveland.
Hey, I want to add.
I don't want him to be a loser.
There were a few guys that we felt we could have grabbed. There's another guy. 2 more players I want to mention. There's a guy named Tedrick Thompson.
Yeah.
He's a free safety, and we were really high on him. If he would have fell to our board, we probably would have grabbed him. And also, there's a running back by the name of Shock Linwood, and he played for Baylor last year, and he's very twitchy, and I just love his quick twitch, and he has that get off me mentality, and I'm just very excited about this draft this year, and I know it seems a little unrealistic, but I mean it's my mock draft. So
Hey, and also you never know what's going to happen in the draft. And here's the thing about running backs. What really bothers me is they say don't worry about the 49ers and running backs because the fact that Bobby Turner has turned mediocre running backs into superstars. I said, well, Jesus Christ, if he can turn a mediocre running back into a star, what would he be able to do with Christian McCaffrey or anybody else that's actually good? Dang, I wish they'd get off of that. So anyway, guys, I want to mention again.
Yeah, we like Christian. Christian probably will be lining up. He'll probably line up in the backfield 30% of his snaps, but for the rest of the percentage, we really plan on spreading him out and putting him in a slot and playing everywhere except tight end.
We
even have a couple of quarterback plays for him.
Because that gives the 49ers 2 OWs, one big, one small. I can't see Kyle Shanahan passing on that opportunity. Just can't. And when you do that, you don't even need a Julio. Now you've got this wrecking crew coming from all other sides, along with the other supporting cast. So we will see. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for today. For all. Hey, Tyler, you have anything you want to close with?
Well, I trust in my picks and my free agents, so I hope the voting will have the right decision.
Which means, I imagine he means him. Tyler, we were hoping you'd have a bowl of cereal in front of you, man. I was waiting for you to do that. I should have suggested you do that.
That was my cousin, not me.
Yeah, but he's with the cheese. It's all right. Anyway, tomorrow, of course, our weekly fan gathering, 7 p.m. PDT, same time. There's been all kinds of things going on.
Lost.
Including free agencies coming up next year for some of our guys. Who are you going to re-sign next year? Some of these guys are in contract year. And are you happy so far with the free agent signings? Are we going to pick up anybody else? And finally, if you got any draft picks... I
probably lost this really bad.
Everybody else is talking about, you can bring that to the house too. Tyler, you'll be okay, man. Anyway, count down with me, guys. You ready? On my count 3, 2, 1. Niners!
Niners! Baby!